is only war.
All right. What is up, gents?
I'm loving this right now,
It's
by
fucking.
the way.
I like. We don't have a set intro, so it's like this just sounds.
So
weird.
just use it as a guide. It's just like, hey, this is welcome, and then just use this as a guide, man. Don't use it as a script per se.
What is up,
Yes.
gents? 40k Dirtbags here, episode 13 of our 40k Dirtbags podcast. I'm Derek.
Hey, what's up? I'm Mike.
And over the past couple months, guys, we've had a bunch of people join the new community, the Dirtbag Nation, and we keep getting asked from the community a bunch of questions. So we wanted to make a podcast video for you guys. Short, simple, quick, easy. Some of the questions that keep popping up is really like, who are the 40k Dirtbags? What are the 40k Dirtbags? Where did you guys come from? How did you start this company? Why did you start this company? Where are you going to take it? So we wanted to kind of sit you guys down, go over a quick podcast with you guys, kind of give you our stories on why we started the 40k Dirtbags, kind of where the history came from. This is actually one of our first episodes we did. We're already on episode 13, which is really cool. So we're going to go over that with you guys today. So I'll give you a quick, brief background of where the Dirtbags actually came from. I played baseball my entire life, played all through college, and we were actually 16-year-old tournament team where we had all the local kids. We'd fly all over the East Coast, and we'd play baseball year-round. Well, eventually it got to a point where we were in Florida playing like against like these teams that were flying from Miami, kids all over the United States. So they would fly in, pitch like a couple games, and then fly back home. Like these guys were insane, getting recruited for D1, schools from like 16 and up, which is crazy. So a quick story, we were on our third game of the day, which triple headers in baseball is like ridiculous. It's almost unheard of. So we're about to walk through this dugout to get to our dugout, right? So we're walking through, this is our third game of the day. We're all just covered head to toe in just dirt, right? So all of a sudden I'm walking by and this mom in the dugout or in the bleachers behind us goes, "Wow, what dirtbags?" And I don't know if she meant like because we were walking through the dugout because that was the only way to get to our dugout, or because we were covered head to toe in dirt, right? So I go up to my coach and I'm like, "Hey coach, that lady just called us the dirtbags, or what dirtbags?" And the coach like took a side, was like, literally the next game he changed our name from Falls Junior Legion baseball team to Falls Dirtbags. And ever since then, this was when I was like 16, it is now known as Falls Dirtbags, and we are the Dirtbags. We were one of the best teams in like the area, with such a small community, really good head coach, good players, and really that's kind of where the name originated from. And it really came down to our play style. Like we did whatever we could as a team to get that victory. And if it came to sliding into like home base, first base, second base, third base, whatever it did, we were covered in dirt. Like we did everything we possibly could to win the game for the team. So when it comes to like dirtbags, everybody thinks like dirtbag is just a bad name or derogatory or whatever it is, but dirtbags is fighting as a team to get the job done. And that's kind of where I took that mindset ever since I was 16, all through my life, all through college, all through work, all through like this YouTube and stuff like that. So I wanted to bring that into the 40K community and kind of share that. And that's where the Dirtbag Nation kind of originated. That's the way the name started. And I wanted to implement that in 40K, where I would find people kind of with that same gritty mindset attitude who are positive team sportsmen, like you can go have a beer with, stuff like that, and want to grow the community and bring that dirtbag mindset to 40K. So that's kind of where like the name originated from me. And luckily I found Keevil to help me actually get this brand name started, get it growing. And I did as much as I possibly could by myself until I found Keevil, where we were just kind of like getting this thing going from the ground up. And eventually it's going to launch and do, all these huge YouTubers that you see all over the thing, but with a different mindset. Like we don't want to be like those other YouTubers. We want to be like the Dirtbags, like the 40K Dirtbags, and that's kind of where Keevil comes into play. So Keevil, give us a quick background of where you came from.
Yeah, so for me, I was actually watching Sandlot with the boys the other day, and they always ask questions about my childhood and stuff. And for me, it was generally like that, except it was hockey. So it was, about 8 or 9 dudes. We all lived on the same street, and we would just romp around, going around to different neighborhoods playing hockey. And then I joined the Marine Corps. So went from one tribe of dudes to essentially another tribe, cult, whatever, whatever you want to call it. And so I spent 21 years doing that. I retired from the reserves in January. And throughout that time, I mean, I had a ton of different jobs. I started off as a cook. I was the omelet guy, flipping omelets, and didn't want to do that anymore. I ended up in Iraq picking up dead bodies. That job sucked. And then I saw a poster for reconnaissance Marines, and I'm 19 at the time. I don't know anything. I'm like, dude, who are these guys? And so I found out that I could change jobs and try out for that military occupational specialty, MOS. So I went and did that, and then my life just completely changed trajectory from there. And so I started, having more deployment opportunities. I spent almost 2 years in Central South America as a foreign trainer advisor, and then went to a whole bunch of different schools. And then I went to Afghanistan. I went to the Battle of Sangin in 2011. That was wild. And then life kind of slowed down a little bit in the 2010s. I took a platoon out again to Southeast Asia, and then I ended up at 3rd Force Recon in Mobile, Alabama. And I was a 21-year platoon sergeant, which was exactly the way I wanted to retire. I didn't really want to move up and, be like an operations chief or anything like that. I wanted to be at the lowest level that I could be as a gunny. So did that, loved it. And through that experience, I started to have sort of like an identity crisis. I didn't have a midlife crisis. I didn't need to go buy a car. I probably bought a car's worth of 40K models. But when I kind of put all that away, I was like, dude, that version of me is not really who I am. I'm actually just a giant fucking nerd. And 40K was like the perfect thing to get into, and it was my kids that got me into it. And then through that, I started going to tournaments because I wanted to compete, and met Derek along the way, and here we are.
You did professional shooting too, correct? Sharpshooting?
Yeah, I was into USPSA. That's competitive pistol shooting. So I did that for a number of years. Fucking loved it. But when I got into 40K, I was like, I think like this is kind of more of the vibe and the dudes that I want to hang out with. Not that I didn't enjoy that time, but it was the same thing, right? We, find a group of guys. We all go to the matches together. We fly all over the U.S. to compete. And I just wasn't really into it anymore. And got into jiu-jitsu as well. And I'll kind of talk about this at the end about the book that I wrote, kind of tying all these like seemingly different hobbies all together through principles that I've used, from the Marine Corps to competitive pistol shooting to jiu-jitsu and then into Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah. So, I mean, today we'll just go over like 3 really easy questions. Like, why the rebrand? What is the Dirtbag Nation, and where we're going? So first off, why the rebrand? Why now? What changed? Basically, a lot has changed in the past 3 years. If you guys have been with us since the beginning, like Coop and Sam and all those guys, Soto, like basically we started, I guess, about three and a half years ago, and I kind of just was like the Grey Knight dude. Like I just started, did all that thing, and then kind of grew from there. But in the past 3 years, I've gotten my girlfriend at the time lived in an apartment for like 2 years. We got married. 3 months later, we bought a house. And then like 2 years later, like we're kind of growing, with that. And then Keevil in the past like 2-3 years since I've known him has gone through so much changes. And like we're both kind of in like the right mindset. And that's kind of why now, like why we wanted to start the rebrand from just like the competitive 40K Dirtbags to now just the Dirtbag Nation, right? So that's kind of like why we're starting it and why the rebrand. And really, like, we wanted to build a long-term vision, not just a YouTube channel. Like I said in the beginning, like, we don't just want to do 40K content. We want to do more of like a personal and kind of emotional intelligence type of content for everybody on YouTube. So what is the Dirtbag Nation? Dirtbag, we already went over like the origin of the Dirtbag, but what does like the Dirtbag mean to us? So the being of the Dirtbag means you bring all that you have to the table in every single game, and it doesn't matter the conditions of who you are or who you're playing. It comes down from like the underdogs. If you guys ever heard of the underdog story, stuff like that, that's kind of like the Dirtbags. How the philosophy applies to the 40K community is you're using that same mindset in every game you play. I do a lot of videos on the channel when it comes to every game you're going into, you're 0-0. But you're giving your all every single game. Like every single game, you're not bringing your last loss or your last win to the new game. You're going into every game as a 0-0. And that mindset is kind of like what we're really trying to teach and go over with coaching. And the Dirtbag, you're basically doing everything you possibly can in obviously a good manner to win that game. A lot of times, like people might quit after turn 2, turn 3, where you just give up, where you're just like, I can't win this game. But there's been so many examples where you go to turn 4, turn 5, and you win by 1 or 2 points or get the tie off at the end because you put as much as you possibly can into the end part of that game. And that's where we did with baseball transitioning into 40K. So we're going to teach people how to lose as minimal as possible, especially for teams, because we're going to be doing a lot of team content in the Dirtbag Nation moving forward. But it goes with solos as well. Like when you're playing one-on-one in a solo game, how do you transfer that Dirtbag mentality into 40K? And that's kind of what we're trying to teach. What do you think, Keevil?
Yeah, in terms of things that are going to stay the same, I mean, still going to do battle reports and go over tactical videos, lists, and all like the normal 40K stuff. But the last 2 years for me, I mean, I was going through a divorce. I was getting sober, getting alcohol, like, out of my life or, under control. I was dealing with a bunch of stuff from, Iraq and Afghanistan. And I almost got fired from my job. And throughout like all of this friction, it was my 40K friends that got me through it. And it wasn't even like, it's not like Derek and I are driving to a tournament and I'm like, dude, my life's falling apart. It was more just like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, yeah, I'm getting divorced. And you're just like, yeah, that's rough, man. But like, that's really all I needed, and it was through the hobbying. It was through tournaments and playing competitively, especially the teams tournament. I mean, that weekend was fucking awesome. Yeah. Cool. And so like for us, what we want to talk about with the hobby and just 40K in general is like that aspect of it. It's not just, a hobby. It's not just, pushing around toy soldiers or whatever. It's not for me. It completely changed my life from my 9-year-old son 5 years ago asking to go to a game store, and now they're like, Dad, you're like on YouTube and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, dude, this is important to me. And, I want other dudes to join the Dirtbag Nation, come hang out, come play tournaments with us. And, yeah, that's
our philosophy.
That's what we want to do with this.
I mean, it's coming down to like, we're just trying to build better players. Like we want to build stronger friendships, better players, people that can help out other people and kind of just like grow from there. You know what it reminds me? I don't know if it's like Fight Club, but you know how like Fight Club started with like just like 5 dudes, and like those dudes were fucking like rocks. Like they were literally like, I will die for you, right? I don't want like a cult like that, but I want that type of like ending where like it's literally all over the world. Like the Dirtbag Nation is fucking all over the world with the same, mentality, better players, stronger friendships, and build that community from the ground up. So I don't know if it's as like bad as the Fight Club, but that kind of like mentality of like the Fight Club.
Well, I was gonna say Fight Club started with Brad Pitt in Edward Norton's head, but
it just reminded me of it. I don't actually think about that like from the beginning. It's more of like shit. It's literally like from the ground up a Fight Club. So then at the end blowing up everything, but whatever.
Well, no, dude. It was dude, I was on a plane yesterday and I'm sitting there making lists because we're gonna do a Space Marine list video coming up, and the woman next to me leans over and she's like, "Hey, is that 11th edition?" And I'm like, yo, where am I right now? I was like, I looked at her and I was like, she was like in her mid 40s, and I was like, yeah, it's the new app. She's like, I play World Leaders, and I was like, what? And we just started talking, and she's like, oh yeah, I know, the Dirtbag Nation. And I was just like, dude, that is fucking awesome. And I was like, hey, have you checked out any of the core rules or anything? She's like, no. And I was like, hold on a second. I was like, do you want to read the core rules right now? And she's like, what? And dude, that was awesome, man. That was a really cool interaction. She's going to Nova. Her husband, her kids, their whole family's going. So it'd be really cool to meet up with them in 2 months?
Yeah,
whenever Nova is.
It's like I guess the end of August. I won't be there this year. I'm gonna be on a cruise. But yeah, dude, like fucking people from all over the world. Like when you go to Worlds is amazing. If you guys get a chance to like get a golden ticket and go to Worlds, like go, it's fucking 100% worth it. But like people all over the world, like they'll come up to you and be like, "Hey, I love your shit. I love your content. Sign my mats." Like top guys from Mexico, I signed their play mats, the objectives. Like 2 years ago, it was so fucking cool. You get pictures of everybody. Really good idea. The guys from France, they brought the French flag and had all their opponents sign it. So like they got to bring it back.
Nice.
That was cool. But then like I get people, like I got my uncle, my two uncle, and my cousins. Like they're like, hey, my buddy said, are you related to? You're an Apshay? And they're like, yeah. He's like, are you related to Derek Apshay? Like 40k Derp. Like I got my uncle calling me like, yo, this guy I work with that plays 40k, he knows you. Like just because like we have the same last names. Like, are you related to Derek Apshay? Like it's just cool, guys. Like we want to get that kind of out there and again build that mentality, not just based off 40k, but cool dudes you want to hang out with and fucking have a beer with and play some 40k. But we have to get better at building the mentality, getting people at that right state of mind, negative, positive, whatever it may be, but then also building better players. Like if people come in the community and they just keep losing, or they have terrible attitudes and they just like lose and then forfeit and give up, that's not going to build a better community. Like we have to learn core rules, get to the 50-50 win-loss ratio, and then start going to like 52, 53, 55, and then kind of like go from there. So, but where are we going? So much future shit. I mean, this year alone, Keevil, like your book that you made is going to be insane. Do you want to talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah. So it's the core rules, of course, tell you what to do. But like when I got into this, and I was, in my late 30s, and I was just like, dude, has anyone written a book about like strategy or how to play, not just like what to do? And there was really nothing out there. And then dude, I was driving to work one day, and it was when I was able to come on full time with this, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna write a book. And but I wanted to kind of like strip away like edition specific stuff. Like we have the channel to talk about the the different data slates and how editions are going to change and all that stuff. I wanted to talk about like the core principles that I've used, from the Marine Corps to competitive shooting to jiu-jitsu to 40k. And for me, like it was those like principles of clarity, decisiveness, simplicity, and tempo that I've used for 20 years doing various different things, but the principles were always the same. And those principles helped me make decisions. So the book is, I would say it's the greatest 40K book, not about 40K. Because I use 40K as like the lens, it's the forum. But we really just talk about like, I don't want to say life, but just, a couple of examples of things where I had to use these principles, and it definitely translates, right? Like some of our content that I put out there, and I'll take the hit for it. Like if guys don't understand the message that I'm trying to say, they're like, what does combat have to do with 40K? And while military tactics don't apply to 40K. Military planning 100% does. So everything I did in the Marine Corps in terms of planning missions in combat to training events to training missions, all of that, it's the same thing you do in 40K. We just call it something different, right? In one place, we call it BAMSIS, or in another place, we call it deployment. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
In USPSA, we call it stage planning. It's the same thing. You get a match book before the match. You get a printout of all the terrain, all the layouts, and then you start figuring out, hey, this is how I'm going to compete at this tournament at, to the best of my capability. Dude, it's the same thing getting ready for a grand tournament. So yeah, super excited. End of the month. I'm at crunch time right now. So really excited to get that off the ground.
And we got the website if you guys have any questions about it, but like click on the website. A lot of the links go to the website. We're building that rebrand, from the ground up. So eventually we're going to put everything on the website, the Patreon and the members and all that stuff. It's going to go strictly right to the website. So that's what we're going to be working on in the next couple of months. But obviously battle reports are still going to be coming up. We're going to try and do almost twice as many now. Like Keevil's getting into the kind of flow of things, getting used to like the camera work and behind the scenes and stuff like that. Again, it was a one-man show. Now we got double the fucking content coming up. So next couple of months, we're going to be, again, bringing twice as much stuff for you guys. And again, it's all thanks to the Patreons and members that are actually building the Dirtbag Nation from that. So thank you guys. Thank you for the support. Team tournaments. Our first team tournament was half Dirtbags, half mercenaries, and it was fucking
mercenaries.
Awesome. Like we played with these guys for years now. I've known these guys since I was fucking in college, but we loved it. Like we have to do a video on it, but it was just so fucking cool. If you guys haven't done teams, even if you go 0-5, teams is so fun to play with. So teams, we're going to do a couple more teams coverage. There's actually one coming up in November, which we might be going to. But teams is going to be cool. The strategy book we got coming up, the community events. We're actually working on stuff like Keevil has a bunch of ideas above like local events and big tournaments that we would actually go there and kind of teach people one-on-one, like deployment, turn one, strategy, tactics, everything you need to know, but also the mindset behind it by bringing obviously that dirtbag mentality mindset to those events. So community events, also online webinars as well. So we're going to be working on that. Hobby hangouts. Keevil, what do you think about the hobby hangouts?
Dude, they're fun, man. They actually do better than when I spend 5 hours like doing like a full production like video. So I think I'm probably just gonna transition to that. But one dude said something really cool the other night. He was like, at the end of it, I think I was on stream for like an hour and a half. I was just getting some painting done for the game with Frank the other day. And he's like, yo, thanks for hanging out. And that was just cool, man. So I think instead of like, spending the time to do like the best of my capability, like production videos, I think I'm just going to do hobby and hangs. We'll pick a topic and then we'll just do the things. In terms of the community events, like I really want to do like intro RTTs or intro kind of like training seminars for, people wanting to get into 40K. We did one with one of our sister teams, Dumpster Fire. Dude, it was fucking awesome, man. Like there was a seasoned competitive player at every, per table. And we were there just answering questions, helping these new players like figure out the game. And dude, one of those guys is Frank, and he was at my house streaming the other day. He's on the team now. It's friggin' awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we actually got a lot of new Dirtbags. If you guys are interested in joining the Dirtbag Nation, actually being a part of the 40K Dirtbags in the world, message us, email us. We'll interview. We'll kind of see like how everything's going. And then we're trying to grow, obviously, the Dirtbag team as well. Not just like a competitive travel team, but just like being a part of the Dirtbag Nation. When you get into the hobby and like you hear about these teams and stuff like that, it's really hard to get into. I joined a team, not even know what the hell the teams were. Found a lot of cool dudes on the team where now they're our sister team with the 40K Dirtbags and Cuddle Buddies. And it's always good to just kind of like join the team, get introduced to the hobby, bounce ideas and questions off of, and then obviously you can go branch off later. But if you guys are interested in that, message us at our email down below. But we got podcasting. If you guys are liking the podcast, we definitely love and read the comments all the time. I get a random text from Keevil. Like, yo, did you read that last comment? Like it's funny. Like just randomly get a text like, yo, did you read that? I have to go on, check the comment, like go from there. But sometimes they're really fucking funny. And then interviewing some other people that are winning tournaments and around the hobby. Coaching is still going over the Patreon. Strategy discussion, really good with Keevil doing the strategy. Like he's doing a whole thing on the 11th edition primary missions and like lists based off of primary, because 11th edition, honestly, dude, it has changed my entire mindset of building lists and primary after my first RTT, which we will go over. Don't worry, we're gonna get over that. And then merchandise, it's growing. I actually have a picture right here. If you guys are not listening to this, you guys can check out this picture. Basically, all these designs are up on t-shirts over at the merch store in the description below. If you guys want to merch, these shirts are sick. The designs are sick. Supports the channel. Go check that out. And then future products. Yeah, we're building terrain. We're building widgets. That's over at Rexstar Laser. We're getting more sponsorships. If you guys are interested in sponsoring, message us as well. But yeah,
patches. We're gonna make patches. Everyone wants patches,
dude.
The Velcro patches.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a great fucking idea. Yeah, join the Discord. As of right now, the Discord is free. So head over there. We have over 2,000 members, which Keevil just told me about that. I did not know is that big. Discord is insane, super positive. Anybody is super negative, they just get banned. It's not worth it. There's no fucking point of negativity like that in the community. YouTube's growing. Our goal is 25,000 by the end of January. We're 100% on pace to hit that. Instagram, Keevil's been running that, and Facebook. We're getting the Facebook group going as well. And then if you guys have any episode ideas or suggestions, leave in the comments, because again, we read all the comments. We love the suggestions. If you guys are on the Patreon, you have your own Patreon link to the Discord, which is on a Patreon chat, which me and Keevil are in 99% of the time. So message us there, and also you get to leave suggestions in the Patreon chat. That way we can get some new videos for you guys up on YouTube and Patreon. So. All right, so I mean, I think, guys, we can close out here. The Dirtbag Nation, that's kind of where it originated. That's where we started. That's why we started. That's where we're going. So if you guys have any questions, real quick, Keevil, explain the logo. Well, this was actually a comment the other day. Why is the logo like that?
Yeah, so I wanted to first of all, yes, we use AI all the time. I tell you what, if you don't use AI, you need to start using it. But I used it as just to put something together so I can have my professional artist do it, which she's doing a fantastic job. But I wanted to put something together that explains like our backgrounds merging together. And so we got the baseball home plate for Dirtbags and Derek's past. We got the 2 beer mugs. Of course, we have dice on there. Yes, the dice are not anatomically correct. I purposely wanted it to be 3, 2, 1, which was my MOS in the Marine Corps. And yeah,
double
man.
sixes.
So that's. Yeah, sixes for success, right? Positive, man. Always hoping for those double sixes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's the background, but guys, 40K is the game, and the people are the reason why we play, and that's what we're trying to build here. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments below we like, didn't like, how we can improve on the channel, and we'll see you in another video soon. Peace.
Later.
What is up, gents? 40K Dirtbags here. If you guys are interested in joining the Dirtbag Nation over at patreon.com, you get a bunch of perks. What we did in 2024 was we really expanded. I had traveled a ton and I played my ass off in 40K. Right now, we're ranked #1 best player in the United States on ITC rankings. We were the #1 Chaos Space Marine player in the world this year in 2024. 2 years ago, we got ranked #1 Grey Knight player in the world, and this year we're probably going to go into Death Guard, hopefully when the new codex comes out, or Emperor's Children. But you guys, if you guys want that head coach or that coach always in your corner just to ask questions, bounce ideas off, that's what the competitive Dirtbag and the Dirtbag Nation is all about. If you guys want to support the channel, you head over to patreon.com. You can join the Just a Car tab, which is $5 a month. You guys get access to the Discord Patreon tab. You have to be a patron to get into that Discord. And also, I'm always there. All the other coaches are there. Basically, it's just such a good community over on Discord that you guys get specific access to it that only Patreons can get. If you guys want to bump that up, the competitive Dirtbag tier, you guys get to message me or another Grandmaster or another Dirtbag coach over the Dirtbag Nation to add unlimited questions, list ideas, list reviews, and bounce ideas off of. That's what having a coach in your corner is all about. If you guys want to bump up to the Grandmaster tier, that tier you get every perk under the sun. So basically you get access to Discord, you get one-on-one coaching, you get a call once a month if you guys would like to go over any RTTs coming up, any GTs coming up, any list reviews live over Discord chat, and also a special perk that Grandmasters get if you guys want any video suggestions like we do all the time with these table setups that we just upgraded thanks to the Patreons. You guys get suggestions or battle reports you want to see specifically played live by a coach or myself on the next battle report, or a live battle report coming up on the Patreon. So you guys get obviously first access to all the videos. We post them first on patreon.com, but there's just a ton of benefits to having a professional coach that plays this game all the time at the very, very high competitive level in your corner at all times. And that's really what the Dirtbag Nation is all about, getting you guys better at 40K, the basics, and being good in your community. So if you guys want to support the channel, I really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you guys in 2024, 2025. I am super stoked for, super excited for. We really want to get a bigger studio going. That is going to be my focus in 2025, is really growing the community on YouTube and Patreon specifically. So thank you so much for 2024, all my Patreons. If you guys are interested in joining and want that coach in your corner, head over to patreon.com and support the channel. Appreciate it.